So I understand you live in this area, is that correct?
Yes, I grew up in Somerset, Massachusetts. It's my hometown. It's also the home of the largest coal-burning plant from Maryland to Maine that is right behind us here.
I understand that a lot of people think there's some bad health effects from these plants. Could you get into some details?
Sure. Well, I mean, I've seen my nieces and nephews struggle. One of my sisters, her 3 kids, 2 of them have asthma and have to use inhalers every time they try to participate in sports activities. You know, there's a lot of questions that we have as residents as far as wondering if we live in a cancer cluster. Had 3 neighbors just around the 3 or 4 blocks with childhood leukemia. We just, you know, heart attack rates, stroke rates are higher than other regions, and those are proven consequences. Heart attacks, strokes, and asthma are all consequences that are directly related to the power plant that we're taking action against today.
How is the plant, what's its popularity in the community? Some people say, well, it gives us jobs and
Sure.
above criticism.
Sure. So, you know, we have to rewind a little bit and think about why this plant is here in the first place. This plant was built in an era, textile industry was the main economic drive here. Since the 20s, we've been in a depression. So working class people didn't have a say in building this facility, but it is a union facility that provides some of the best paying jobs in the area. Also provides up to 40% of the tax base of our town. So our schools, other programs are very dependent on, you know, there are towns and cities around the country that have gone bankrupt for owing less than that. You know, Central Falls in Rhode Island got behind $3 million and they went into bankruptcy. So $11 to $13 million a year that comes from Brayton Point is very considerable. So I'm here especially to push for a just transition, to make sure workers get training, that taxpayers don't bear the brunt of the consequences after we've already been suffering for decades with health costs. This facility produces energy for over 1.5 million households in this whole region. So it's time for environmentalists, climate justice activists, union activists, economic justice interested folks to all come together and really push for a just transition to make sure that those of us here can work together to find a sustainable way forward, a green, renewable way forward that's won't hurt our health and would be good for us economically.
Has the unions been approached by the climate activists? Have they taken a position?
There's been discussions, and what's going on is there are some efforts, for example, on the Cape or on Cape Wind, and I'm encouraging environmental justice activists to work with union activists to make sure any jobs that are renewable are also union jobs and good-paying living wage jobs. We want to make sure that the green, so-called green energy isn't just driven by profit, that we have some accountability. I also care about utility rates, making affordable energy. I work as an organizer at the George Wiley Center. Rhode Island, 35,000 people a year get shut off of their utilities. So to me, having an ecological viewpoint includes economic justice. What's the best energy for poor people, for workers, and our communities?
Thank you very much.
Okay.